Okay, so to state the issuing of what's going on in the current pandemic, this is literally the greatest news I have to give you so far. It all comes down to my older brother's generation. Back where Alberto and Naimo and Deco was going to school. So Deco is somebody I sent for a separate video. These are my brother's best friends. I'm top tier of martial arts. So, it's kind of funny. My brother had, people like a guy named Gom. Gom is the same level as Alberto. And Gom freestyled on nothing but G thing, showing me that he is for classic hip hop. And he ended up getting kicked out of school just like Naimo ended up getting kicked out of school just like Alberto fucking really left Gorilla. And all three of those were gangsters for real. And this was back when the real Slim Shady and Big 182 first came out. So, at this stupid getting drunk and my best friends was, nothing more than a mirage. And literally, it was all about who could fight who's gonna end up on the street faster, who's gonna join a gang, who had the best dance battle in school, and then that dance battle didn't mean shit. Tell you, my brother's generation was able to compete. And competing was a contradiction. They knew that already, so me getting, rejected by Jay-Lee in junior high due to them controlling the situation didn't mean shit. It did, it does for a lot. People who grow up on Cartoon Network, it's very surprising, it's very tragic, and your whole world will fall apart if you, really gave nods like the Platinum Boys. With that being said, we've proven that this is a corrupt society. What would happen is they would come forward with the real Slim Shady Eminem and then, then get kicked out of school. I'm like, I thought I found the ways of hip hop, 50 Cent exhibit. It turns out when you're too tough for hip hop, they kick you out of school because they're bitch made, they can't control you. Not somebody who's a faggot, but somebody with emotions, like somebody who plays football but has no backbone. And then we end up going to Camp Sweeney, going to jail, actually living real hip hop, recognizing why it's not working. Well, people like Matty Mo kept on doing Demolition Derby. But nevertheless, even though Alberto is equal to Naimo, it doesn't change the fact that they did hip hop right, they went all out in hip hop and they get kicked out of school, and the only people who fall bitch by hip hop like mumble rap and shit that's on the radio, like garbage rap, that junk food rap is the only people who get to stay in school. But the people who call it out don't. They have to join anarchy society. So if you go against your parents, you're smart enough to survive, you can't stay in school. Which can mean many things. When anime fans feel like that means nothing, that can only mean one thing, you're a hoodlum. No, parents can be abusive, parents can be this, and that. It's all spread out from, the Platinum Boys generation. What's the whole point of mainstream if I follow mainstream if I'm gonna get kicked out of school? Hell yeah, this shit is garbage. Me, I followed the way of the Platinum Boys generation. I grew up listening to Lil Wayne, Eminem, and had tendencies of listening to E40. I was pretty straightforward where it comes, rap, and, I was straightforward to how to adapt them. Like, okay, I'm still with DeviantArt. So DeviantArt had died. If you don't know what DeviantArt is when you can freely express your, opinion of art online, like, make fan art. You can make straight ships, like there's Deathly and CC from, the anime Soul Eater, Code Geass. And if you're a big fan, and there you go, enough, there's like, Double D Marie comics. This is like your little cousin drawing, and she's able to post her art online. So, you can't make money from that, but it comes from her art. And, when you live in, a spoiled generation, especially, my grandma Marianne's generation, they can really abuse that and take advantage of your fantasy world. And, you do deserve appraisal from that. We all know we have, Game Mirror sequences, with me and April with The Lion King 2. But after all that shit's spread to be retarded. So we grow up for like little girls getting away with that, and they're the people who protect her. So it came with a whole bunch of simps and a whole bunch, missed players getting roasted over and over again. I made a song named Polka Dot last year that really sounds like Madden in the NFL. It's good because I did follow the ways of hip hop, and I did not get laid all 4 years of high school, and I was a virgin all throughout. I grew up listening to mixtapes, basically. I even really went so far to listening to things like D12. And I grew up doing remixes. So literally, by my junior year in high school, I was Platinum Boy level in terms of knowledge of hip hop, but it didn't mean shit because I was responsible to like Kimmy, a lot of pure rich complex people who don't have to face the struggle but have the, wardrobe of hip hop. Family and Game Mirror connections, they tore me apart and made me fucking grind in school. Because they put me in a situation where me being physically fit and being better than them didn't mean shit because they were in control of the situation. They kept on doing that shit over and over and over again. The school system, took over. I got laid in my early 20s. And I realized the truth about life and shit. So when Polka Dot sounds like Madden and some NFL shit, my brother used to criticize me, growing up because I didn't like playing sports and I like shit like, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. Ended up playing more women, but it didn't mean shit. It was fucking horrible. Get tons of pussy, so it's okay. Still, it's full of shit because it shouldn't matter. Really, I'm following the race of hip hop. You shouldn't be, critical about one thing. You couldn't get away with, fucking being in class with a whole bunch of Indian people singing Lil Wayne Break Up. all translating the game members control the situation to a point we live in an anarchic society. You know what an anarchic society is? An anarchic society is people, who live their own ways, who don't really go against the government, who really just, find their own way, like fucking they join a gang and they stay away from people, they stay away from society. They're not necessarily a violence gang. They do have gang member ways to survive. This whole, fucking country turned anarchy, now I have the perfect excuse to tell my kids, now there's a thing called the fucking truth serum where you can fucking live forever, as long as you don't go to jail and be incinerated. And it's crazy. We figured out how to be immortal before we even figured out how to get properly laid. That's because we kept on all other dumb concepts like that, like why does it matter if I fucking play matter or not? And those same people fuck you up on the street, Lily, don't have to go by a gangster mentality, but those people aren't in control how people are influenced. You control how people are influenced and shit. So it's scary because the more you go all out, the more people react to you and the more they take advantage of you. I ended up being a hood rapper and I ended up, having like, applies and Lil Wayne complex. You can thank Marissa Palmer for that. But she's the reason why we have this pandemic, because see where it chased me up and down in school if she was actually there. That's why we don't actually get to apply the ways of hip hop. And it's controlled by fruits. If I tell you what happened to me could have happened to A Platinum Boy, because they're going by the way of hip hop and you're hearing the opinions like we don't give a fuck about your shit unless you're understand you're saying that you're a fucking gangster or somebody, and that's why our bro can't stay in school, because he'll fuck you up first thing, because he can't deal with that trolling shit. He can't deal with somebody willing to fucking give up their soul in order to win an argument. Literally, they put me in that situation. I trained just like a Platinum Boy where I could fuck you up in real life in school. If I hit you, I know what happens and shit. And I kept on trying to be a good person, kept on trying to listen to my mom. It was out there. It was out of pocket. So Lily, I always imagine, because I've had this discussion with Formation over and over again about this is what happens when you go all out and rap in school. This is what happens when you actually try to get listening to gruesome study in public school. I imagine myself getting handcuffed, and like I say, me and Carmelo went to school at the same time, and we both got, done sexually harassing a girl. That's only because he let us on, and the school was being pricks and they were playing favorite for Miss Pussy Pass, because me and our brother are on the same level of rap. Keep on imagining this shit. We both did everything to get the girl correctly, and we're both seeing it fucking, the school principal's office talking to the school cop about how it's different colleges. Like, I'm like, well, we're following the raise of hip hop this day. It's like, in the college, like, even though you follow this and that, you still said no and shit. And so me and him fucking talk about it because we just happen to be arrested at the same time. We're both in handcuffs and we're both walking separate ways. So I'm like, and so our bro's like, hey, yeah, bro, I'll see you later. I'm like, bro, you see I'm doing mixtape? The bro was like, yeah, that shit was fire. And then cops like, stay left, go along, and that's the robbery. That's exactly what's wrong with our school system and shit, and that needs to change. So Lily, our girl is no fucking pussy, and neither am I. And Lily, we'll fuck you up in real life, but you can't be putting us in predicament. You can't tell us to play a game and then switch the rules up all of a sudden. It's gonna just keep dribbling. We're gonna dribble your ass instead. You understand? Anyway, this is what happens when you go all out and rap in school. This is Blue Tricks, and I am out.